Hi everyone, welcome back to JavaScript Daily Coding Challenge series. The challenge for today's video is we should find or we should search exoplanet for a given star. Okay, you are given a string where each character represents the luminosity reading of a star. Determine if the readings have detected an exoplanet using the transit method. The transit method is when a planet passes in front of a star, reducing its observed luminosity. Luminosity readings only comprise of characters 0 to 9 and A to Z, where each reading corresponds to the following numerical values. Characters 0 to 9 correspond to luminosity levels 0 to 9. Characters A to Z correspond to luminosity levels 10 to 35. Okay, a star is considered to have an exoplanet if any single reading is less than or equal to 80% of the average of all readings. For example, if the average luminosity of a star is 10, it would be considered to have an exoplanet if any single reading is 8 or less. Okay, so what we have to do here is we should simply read the characters of a string and then convert or get its luminosity value. After finding luminosity value of each reading, okay, each character in the readings, we should find sum and then average. After that, find the threshold and then check if any of the readings is less than or equal to threshold, then the corresponding star is considered to have an exoplanet. Okay, now let's see the solution for this challenge. Okay, for that, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to convert each character of string readings to numeric luminosity level. Okay, for that what I'm going to do here is const values. I keep it as a L values, nothing but luminosity values equals to. So for that what I have to do first is I should convert this reading string into an array. For that, array dot from and then pass this string. So here I'm converting or I'm creating array from string and then using map method to loop through each character of readings and then get corresponding luminosity value. Okay, for that what I'm going to do here is char. So it's nothing but loop through each character of readings. Now I'm going to check if character is in between 0 to 9. For that I'm going to use regular expression, okay, dot test and then pass char. If the character is in between 0 to 9, then what I'm going to do here is I simply return the luminosity value by converting the character into number. Why? Because if you see, if the character is in between 0 to 9, the value is same as whatever the character value. So but it's in character form, I should convert into number. For that I'm using number. Okay, now we are done with converting or getting the luminosity value for character if it's between 0 to 9. Why I'm getting error here? Map, okay, and then okay, here I should keep this parenthesis. Okay, now the second condition. Okay, now the second condition is if, sorry, Okay, else if the character is in between A to Z, okay, then what I'm going to do here is char if the character is in between capital A to capital Z, then we should get the luminosity values which are from 10 to 35. For that, what I have to do is I should use, okay, return char dot char at char code at. So this is the method which gives ASCII value of given letter. Okay, for that, see, so I'm using char code at function which returns ASCII value of a given character at index 0. So for us, we are reading character by character, right? Whatever character we are getting, we simply getting the ASCII value of that corresponding letter, and then I am using 55 value to subtract the ASCII value. Why? Because so for ASCII value of A is 65. Okay, so 65 minus 55 equals to 10. You see, as per our program, A is the luminosity value of A is 10. So for that, I am actually subtracting the ASCII value. Okay, 55 subtracting from the ASCII value. Okay, now so this actually returns ASCII values, lumino values for the letters. Okay, if the character doesn't match either digit or letter, then it's a invalid input. Okay, for that we simply throw an error. Okay, new error where we simply say invalid character in readings. Okay, that is about getting the all luminosity values of readings into an array. Okay, now what we are going to do here is once we get luminosity values for all readings, we should find sum. Okay, for that let sum equal to, let's use const sum equals to, so we use another array method, that is reduce, to get the sum, which for which we pass a callback function which actually gives sum a plus b and the initial value is 0. Okay, so this line of code provide the sum. Now after getting sum, what we have to do is we should find the average. Why? Because if you see, if any single reading is less than or equal to 80% of the average of all readings, okay, first we should find the average of all readings and then we should find the 80% of that average, and then we check if any reading is less than or equal to that 80% of the average of all readings. So for that, const average equals to sum by and then length of this array, length. So here we get average. So the next thing what we have to do is we should find the threshold, that is 80% of the average. For that, const threshold equal to avg star 0.8. Why? Because 80% is nothing but 80 by 100, which is equal to 0.8. Okay. Once we get threshold, what we have to do is we should check if any reading is less than or equal to this threshold value. For that, let's use const as transit equal to, again I'm going to use one more array method, that is sum. What we are going to do here is it checks if any one of the value satisfies the condition for that sum, and then here L less than or equal to threshold. Okay, so if any value or any luminosity value of L values array satisfies this condition, it returns true, otherwise false. Okay, after that we simply return as transit. Okay, that's it about the solution. So now once we execute this, we get whether a star is considered to have an exoplanet or not by just seeing this value. If it's a true, then the star is considered to have an exoplanet. If it's a false, star is considered not to have an exoplanet. Okay, let me run this solution and then check whether our test cases pass or not. Okay, see, all of our test cases passed successfully without any issues. Okay, thanks for watching. That's about today's challenge and solution. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe for more technical videos to improve your coding skills. Thanks for watching.